Guys, welcome to the latest episode of this UnBee-lievable Life. Today I have joining with me Lori Devillez, who is the founder and CEO of Trotter House in Austin. She now is in the interim executive director for the Trotter House of Evansville, and she is looking to grow this organization. And I just wanted to have her on today to tell us a little bit more about her story, as well as all about Trotter House. Lori, take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you for letting me join today. I love getting to talk about life because that's what Trotter House is all about. Just wanted to give you a little bit of background of who I am. I accepted Christ at the age of 6 at a Good News Backyard Club. So anyone who works with children, I just want to say thank you, and that your work is never in vain, whether you see it immediately or not. At the age of 9, I committed myself to missions, because that's what they taught at the Good News Backyard Club. We would prepare ourselves to go share Jesus in other countries. And little did I know that as I visited other countries, I just kept feeling called back to the United States. And I visited Mexico, visited Japan, Korea, Ukraine, Israel, looking for my mission. And every single time I came back going, that's not my mission. But then I signed up to volunteer at a local pregnancy center in Evansville, Indiana, which is where I'm from, and hadn't even been to the center yet. I just signed up from my church. So if you have an opportunity to sign up to volunteer with your local pregnancy center, just know that is your mission. Because the first day that I went, and I went reluctantly, and let me just encourage you, if you're willing, available, and obedient, and even with a bad attitude, God can use you. Because I was willing, I was available, and I was obedient. And I went to open the center that Saturday morning, almost 30 years ago, not wanting to go because I hadn't been trained. I didn't know the people. I didn't even know for sure what the pregnancy center did. I just knew our church supported it and it sounded good. And little did I know, the director said there would be somebody there that was a trained volunteer. So she gave me the key to open the center because she couldn't reach the volunteer. And when I got there, there was somebody there. And I said, "Oh, are you the trained volunteer for the day?" And she said, "No, I'm here for a pregnancy test. But I have my training in psychology, social work. And they train us, never let them see you sweat. No problem. We got this. Come on in." Never having done a pregnancy test in my life. But that day, we could read instructions and I got the pregnancy test done. But then I realized that this was a mission because this girl, she needed hope. And I knew how to share hope, and I knew how to share love. And that's what these pregnancy centers do all over the country. We share hope and love in the name of Jesus. And I signed up that day. I went back to work to learn all that I could because I worked for 2 OB-GYN doctors at the time. And little did I know, not long after that, I would become full-time on staff with them. And now, 30 years later, getting to be a part of starting nearly 500 pregnancy centers around the country in my 30 years of service. So it's an exciting field to be in. We meet the needs right where they are. They come in crisis many times. That's where they are. And what we want to do is meet them at their point of crisis and take them to a full, vibrant, thriving life that is full and abundant, as we're promised. Kind of in a nutshell, what we do. Wonderful. Well, we meet them where they are. So many times they come in scared. They're afraid, especially today. Many years ago, it was hard to get a pregnancy test. So they weren't sure if they were pregnant or not and weren't sure what they were going to do. At this point, they've already done maybe 3 or 4 pregnancy tests at home. And they come in scared, wanting us to run a pregnancy test, which we do. We can. All of our services are free of charge. And we are not government funded. We're totally supported by our communities that we're in. We run the pregnancy test. We can offer proof of pregnancy. We can connect them with good prenatal care. But from there, we want to offer them support because we're not a medical facility. And so we offer life skills classes. So basically what we do in life skills, we sit them down and we help them develop a life plan, which for a lot of us, that's setting goals that we do maybe at the end of the year, beginning of the year. But for them, it's really meeting them where they are when they come in. And sometimes it might be just a goal for that next week because they can't really think through what's the year look like, because they might be living in their cars, or they might be moving around, sleeping on different friends' couches, or those kind of things. They might be in a shelter. It could be a lot of different situations, but we take them right where they are, help them develop a plan, and start moving them toward full stability. I think of one we helped many years ago when we first opened in Austin. She had come in and was homeless and wasn't sure what to do. We met her where she was. We put a plan together. And long story short, today, she is running her own business. We helped her buy her computer. We helped her file for her EIN and all those things that you do to start a business. And she's running her own business from home, or organic cleaning supplies, and homeschooling her children. And that is all as a result of support from Trotter House, helping them develop a plan to succeed in life and to have the support to do it. We never cut them off. We want to help them develop into full stability, but some can do it quicker than others. Some it might just be 6 months. Some it might be 4 or 5 years. And it doesn't matter to us because they become family. As long as they're working their plan, and what they do with the plan then as they make their appointments and they maybe do a class, we put classes together that go along with what they want to learn, like let's see, if they want to learn budgeting, or if they want to learn prenatal care, or whatever it may be, we help them and they get points. And with those points, then they can take those points like money to go into our little boutique that has all the resources that they need. But not only does it meet the resources that they need, it helps teach them budgeting in a safe environment. So they can learn, oh, wait a minute, I don't have my baby for another 3 or 4 months, so I really don't need that car seat today. So I can save my points. And so it just helps them learn budgeting in a safe environment. We have that for women and men. And we also have a children's room where the children can come. They might have other children. They can play in the children's room, and we have staff that are in there with them, volunteer staff. And they may listen to a VeggieTales song that has a point of a good behavior. And they color a picture that goes along with that. And they get a snack. And they get to play, and they earn points. And so we have a section in our boutique for the children where they can go and learn and also use their points. We have men that also come. So we have men's life skills. So there's just a lot of support being developed around what the needs of the clients are, just so that we can teach them, but also be support and family to them. Because now we have several locations, we decided to do a new website that is called trotterhouse.org. And let me tell you a little bit about our name. We are named after a famous missionary in the 1800s who was named Lilias Trotter, Trotter. And she gave up her wealth, her career, and everything she had to go and help women and children in an impoverished area in Algeria. She was from England. She went over and gave her life to help women develop entrepreneurial skills to not only come into a restaurant to eat, but could own that restaurant. And it's real important because we're helping our families to not only survive, but thrive. And so when we found her story, which at the end of her autobiography, which is entitled Passion for the Impossible, she asked the question, will my legacy live on? And when I read that, I thought, how many of us even think about the legacy we're leaving behind? How many intentionally strive to leave a legacy? And so we found a great nephew still alive in England, and contacted him about using the name. And he said yes, and he spoke at our banquet that year. That was in 2018. And so Trotter House. So when you look for us, go to trotterhouse.org. And you will find all the information about us, how to contact us, and also all of our different locations that we're building under the name now.
So awesome. Well, thank you so much for telling your story and sharing your unbelievable life. If anyone has any questions or needs to get a hold of you or the organization, please go through the website or feel free to reach out to me, and I will connect you with Lori. Well, thank you so much again. And I thank everybody for listening today. And I hope that everybody has a blessed and wonderful day.
Yes, thank you so much.